That's it. That's all I got. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for tuning in once again. This is the one and only Optibotimus coming with another video review. And on today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at the last of the second wave of Simpsons Ultimate figures from the folks over at Super7. That being Duffman. He's here, and he is ready to spread the word of Duff, as it were. Yeah, as I mentioned, this is the last figure of the second wave. Whether or not I'm going to get the few... I've been talking about, like, how, you know, people should really get these because there's no more of them. And I haven't quite decided if I want to continue on getting these. I just might not do reviews on them. I know you guys watch my channel for Transformer reviews, and there haven't been a lot of Transformers, so I've been trying to put out videos consistently for people to watch, and not a lot of people are watching these, and it's kind of affecting a lot of things across the board, view counts down, all that kind of stuff. So while I may continue to purchase them, I don't know if I'm going to review them anymore. That just seems, you know, it is what it is. I'm not hating on you guys whatsoever. I would never do that. I know that you watch my videos for things like this, and I do have a couple real good ones coming up. But I just like filling the gap because there's, like I said, not a lot of Transformers, and if I didn't do any Transformer reviews, then I'm only going to put out one video a week, potentially. So I don't like leaving you guys without, and I enjoy doing these videos. I mean, we have gone through a whole thing together here on this channel. You guys have seen me at my highest of highs and the lowest of lows. And these are definitely lows, kind of thing. But I still enjoy doing them. I do these videos because I love doing them. But there also is, you know, some enjoyment out of seeing other people enjoy them. And like I said, I don't feel like a lot of you guys really get into this. And that may not necessarily be a bad thing. It just shows that this line kind of thing, because it's not continuing on, most people don't care about it, and that's really unfortunate. But, you know, it is what it is. But for the packaging here, obviously, The Simpsons Duffman coming on the back. There's Duffman! Oh, yeah! And Hank Azaria, who actually does the voice for Duffman, has said that this is probably the worst. He does not like doing the voice for Duffman. That it usually ruins his voice, and he ends up waiting to the very end of his recording sessions to do this. And I can see why, because when you're screaming, you say, "Oh yeah, Duffman!" Like, I feel it in my throat, and I'm not doing it nearly as well as he does. So it is what it is. But what's interesting about Duffman is his first appearance came all the way in season 9, which is crazy to me because he's such a recognizable character from the show that it took him 9 years, basically, to introduce this guy. That's crazy. It came out in 1997. First episode was The City of New York versus Homer Simpson, which was funny because the episode was because the Duffman shows up at Moe's, and I'll bring in Moe for a comparison here in a little bit. But a lot of it is because there was a situation, if I'm remembering correctly, where Moe said that most of the accidents that happen are because of, like, a group of 6 people in the bar. So somebody has to be a designated driver. And it just so happens that Barney becomes the designated driver. And that's the same day that these guys, Duffman and the Duffettes, or whatever they're called, show up at Moe's bar and have this big giant celebration thing for Barney because he, like, had like 10,000 like little coupon things or something like that, and he's like, I can't, I'm the designated driver, and then he goes crazy and then takes Homer's car because he's the designated driver, and he leaves it in New York, and that's that. So like I said, very interesting that it took 9 years from then to introduce it, just because he seems, like I said, so iconic in the Simpsons universe. I would definitely say that in terms of like A, B, C, D list characters, I would put this guy squarely in the C area. He definitely has more appearances than one-offs like Hank Scorpio kind of thing. But this guy is really fun. I really like him. A lot of accessories here, mostly hands and things like that. But you can see that he's got some like relaxed hands. He's got a left fist. He's got a right hand that is designed to kind of hold what I'm assuming would be like a can of Duff. The problem, though, is none of these separate. And you got all these different cans around them. None of them actually separate. And there's a fire truck going by. I mean, he could hold that, I guess. But I really do wish that they gave him a separate one that he could hold on to. That would have been cool to do. I don't know why they didn't. Or at least make one of these remove, and it's all sculpted in one piece, so that seems kind of dumb that you have the hand that you can't really use it for. What do we got here? We got like a saluting hand where he's like, yes sir. Got a pointing hand so he can point at you. He's got these hands which are kind of gesturing sort of hands. I don't know necessarily what you would need these for, but I mean they're just they actually kind of, because of the way that they're like positioned, they kind of look like drunk hands. Does that make sense? Drunk hands, like weird. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You also do have this hand here where he's like going like that, which is cool. I like, I like that kind of thing, and that's kind of a fun sort of thing. But you also do get this big giant hand, which is going to be like a right hand, where it's Duff Beer, and it's number 1. And I think that's cool. And you got the peg right there, so you can definitely swap that out very easily there. It is hard plastic. Kind of wish it was a little bit more soft, just to kind of give you that more foam sort of feel, I guess. But this is also articulated, so you can bend that around and rotate that. I mean, that's cool. I dig that. Like you could see, you do get a 7-pack of Duff Beer. Again, great detail throughout the entire thing. I mean, all of it is, if it'll focus on it, all of it looks really good. Nice silver paint. You got the little, like the, I don't even know, the little plastic tie things. I just wish that one could be separated. That would be cool. You also do get several different heads. You can see that he's got a smiling head. You got one where his mouth is open. Same basic kind of concept as that. Honestly, I don't know. I'll probably just stick with that one. But you do have an open one. You also have this one, which is hilarious because in an episode where Duffman was a part of it, and Mo actually became like a calendar model. There was like a girl with big boobs. There was another guy that was like from Ireland or something like that, and then there was Mo. They were all competing to be the best bartenders. Everybody thought that the girl with the boobs would win. But Mo actually ended up winning, and he had a very ugly face in it, and they stuck a sticker over his face, kind of a thing. And then Mo decides to get like a face lift or like reconstructive surgery, and then he goes and visits Duff when he's his new, more handsome-looking self, and he takes a sticker and he's like, I'm going to throw it on your face. He's like, let's see how you look with the Duff sticker on there. What's interesting is they made it where you can remove it. This would have been a great head for that beer because you could easily have had him like drinking a beer if you had a separate, maybe you just go like that, where it kind of looks like he's drinking beers. But that would have been another good reason to have a separate beer. But it just pegs in there, stays on there perfectly fine. It's weird, but you could do that. And like I said, I wish they would have given us a beer so you can have him drink one. You also do get Suds McDuff. There was an episode where Duffman was kind of on the outs, not as popular, and there was like a whole thing where Santa's little helper was balancing a beer on his nose or whatever. Let's get him. So here we have another Santa's Little Helper figure. This entire collection, we've talked about how we have not gotten a lot of different characters, but we have Santa's Little Helper, a variant of him. So he's the most popular character in this entire series because I don't think there's any other figures that have two of the character other than him. But you can see that he's got like this little dress shirt on, got some sunglasses. They want him to be the new spokesperson for Duff Beer. And really very cool. I mean, he is in the sitting pose. You can articulate his tail and his head. That's all you can really do with it. But I love this. I think it's really fun. The balancing is kind of weird on him. Because the feet, you can kind of see how it's like not flush. That side is okay. So he kind of like leans. You can get him to stand, but it's weird. So there's that. Let me grab Mo because realistically, the best one to compare him to is going to be Mo. Just I'm hitting different things. Sorry guys. You gotta compare him to Mo just because Mo's the most important one when it comes to it. So here is Mo Sislak, and there you have him, and then you have Duffman, and you can see size-wise, Duffman is a little bit taller, which makes sense because also like Mo is a little bit hunched over. So there you go. There's your size comparisons. Duffman himself, though, is a very meaty figure, very large, and I dig that about him. He's like a buff dude, right? Very fit and everything, and that it really reflects it in the figure itself. Very impressive how they were able to do this. But like I was talking about, you got a very similar look here where it's just his smile. This is a very expressive smile, so I like that as well. But great detail all the way around with the Duff hat, the sunglasses, even got his like little chest hair peeking out there, the shirt and everything, his little super suit. He's got a cape with a soft goods section, and then you have a wire in there, which is very cool, so you can kind of position this kind of however you want. That's really fun to just be able to play with that. Like I said, you do have these beers around his waist, and again, it would have been nice if one could maybe detach and then have him drink it like with this hand that, you know, unless you want to just sit there and have it holding on his, I don't know. But all the way around really nice. You can kind of see like the red trunks underneath there, his little sweatpants kind of thing, his boots, everything, all the real great detail. Again, they do an amazing job of taking these figures and making them look like they literally jumped off the screen in terms of recreating their look. And I know that I've talked about this before. NECA was doing something that just didn't quite look proper, I guess. I don't know. This leg goes a lot further in than this one does. Well, I don't know. That's weird. Just kind of angle that down. That's a little bit better. I don't know why. Yeah, that's. I'm looking at this little gap up here, and it looks more gappy. But I really do like the way that these guys look. The coloring looks good. The recreation to the character on screen is extremely well done. This guy's fantastic. Of this wave, is he my favorite? I feel like one leg is longer than the other. Get that spread out. I don't know. Is he my favorite? I mean, I do like Hank Scorpio. I do like him. Krusty was really cool too. Yeah. Of course, we have Bartman. I don't know. I mean, he's definitely up there. I do like Krusty. I do like Bartman. The only one that I really don't particularly care. I mean, I don't mind him. I would have liked to have had him later on. Would have been Hank Scorpio. I don't know if I can pick a favorite though. of these guys. Either way, I'm happy with how this guy turned out. I definitely think that he's one that a Simpson fan would want to have added to their collection. And like I said, it does kind of like look like one leg is longer than the other, and he kind of leans. Like, I don't know. I mean, his waist doesn't move. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Am I crazy? Are you guys seeing this? I mean, it. Yeah, he's leaning, right? I don't know. I mean, maybe, like I said, just take that and spread his legs a little bit more. But I also do wonder why there's like that big of a gap. I don't know. I mean, I'll have to fiddle with it. Articulation-wise, all basically the same. You have a ball joint there. That comes off. So you can move that around. The shoulders here have the hinge and the swivel, so you can move that around and such. Very heavy-duty ratchet joints there. He bends at the elbow, but it is limited because the cuffs of his gloves there go right there. So you can't really get it. I mean, that's as high up as it's going to go. That's about it. Yeah, that's about it for it. He can rotate at the elbow as well, and then you do have the hinge and wrist right there. The waist doesn't feel like it rotates. It doesn't rotate that I can tell. The hips do move forward and back, in and out. Both of those do that very easily. You do have a bend at the knee. You also have the swivel at the knee also. And then the ankles that move forward and back, and they also do kind of have like the little hacky sack pose. So all that same articulation that most of the figures have is there. So I'm thrilled to have this guy. I'm annoyed with that leg. I don't know why. I think that he's a great looking figure. Very, very nicely captures the look. So there you go, guys. There's my look at the entire second wave of Simpson figures from Super 7. Let me know in the comments section. I mean, I can look at the views and see that there's not a lot of views. So I know that a lot of you that are good hardcore fans are watching all, and I can't thank you guys enough. I really do appreciate it. It is very helpful when it comes to everything, you know, in terms of like getting the views on the channel, all that stuff. Thank you so much for all of it. But let me know if you guys have enjoyed these videos. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment in the comments section. Also, hit that thumbs up button. That little tiny like really does go a long way towards helping me out. And if you're new here and you want to see some cool reviews coming up like Transformers, like my good friend, I have a good John Bailey action figure, and I'm not talking about this guy. Talking about another John Bailey action figure. Couple other Transformer figures. The Vector Prime is on his way. That one I'm really looking forward to. What else do I have? Sandstorm is on the way. The 2-pack with Ghost, Starscream, and Waspinator is on the way. So there's some good ones coming out. So stay tuned. I appreciate your patience and know that you guys have been patient with me. So until next time, this is Optibotimus saying to please remember that the real trouble with this world is that too many people grow up. Again, thank you for tuning in. And until next time, this is Optibotimus saying adios, au revoir, and palm in your face!